Over the past 6 weeks, you think? We've been in our van for like 6 days total.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Finally, we should be moving back in today. But we have 10 minutes to pack up all of our stuff because I have a meeting in an hour, which is an hour away.
Let's go!
So after last week's video, when we were in the Rocky Mountains, we went back to Boulder for another like 4 days while we waited on packages to get delivered to us. Finally, we're getting back on the road.
I literally forgot the freaking camera. Everything else was backed up.
And honestly, over these couple days in southern Wyoming, we're preparing for a road trip where we're going to go through all of northern Wyoming, Montana, and then circling some of the Great Lakes as we make our way to Chicago for the Chicago Marathon that Chris is going to be running in October. But that means that there's a lot of things in our van that we have to fix, so we want to show you some of the more mundane sides of van life.
So while we're rushing out,
We somehow got all of our crap out of there in like 11 minutes, which is very impressive because I spread out.
he was like, there's no way we'll be able to pack up. I'm like, I have 2 bags. What do you mean? We just left.
I was like, this is my house now.
It is such a hard mental shift going from a house to a van, especially having your things in 2 places. It's not my favorite actually. So right now, our back is super unorganized. There were multiple chances for us to organize it, and we have here and there, but it's so much easier when you're in a house just to throw things in the van.
Well, too, I did organize the back while we were here, but then we proceeded to buy 2 paddle boards, and that makes it a little bit more difficult.
In general though, we want to take you along of what does it look like to get back in the rhythm of van life? What are some of just those weird like daily to-do tasks to show you what it looks like?
Okay, this Walmart is massive.
First new state in about 1 billion years.
Good morning from Bozeman. No, we're not in Bozeman yet. We're in Laramie. I'm so bad about saying the right names. Coffee shop time, yeah? Work? Our timeline's moved back by like 5 days, but it's okay. Is it okay? Laramie's kind of a really cute town.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that.
But I feel like it's mostly probably revolving around UW.
University of Wyoming.
No, oh? Healthiest breakfast ever. Came back to the van because I have to edit some videos and still my coffee because I forgot that I leaned those up against the door. And they just fell right out. I might have to find space for those in the back.
Honestly, figuring all that out was a lot easier than I thought, and we tend to have a lot of storage in our van because we have like a 170-inch wheelbase, so it's honestly not super bad.
I need to rework it a tiny bit, but it's closed enough now.
So I cleaned up the van a little bit, and we had a little bit of extra room in there, so I was able to feel comfortable working and spying on Carissa through the coffee shop window.
Promise she's there.
And then after work, it was time to have a little bit of fun.
So Anthony plays a lot of disc golf. Wow, especially we're just having work days, like it's just an easy thing for him to go and do. And some people might be like, oh, like why don't you just go play with him, or like do you walk around? No, I get to sit in a van and read for 4 hours uninterrupted. Sometimes it's inconvenient, but today I have a very good long book. It's the final in its series, and I just get to sit and read uninterrupted for hours, and that's what I do while Anthony plays disc golf.
Van life is so weird. I've been like cleaning up the van and stuff, and we have this insect screen that I'm gonna install, but because we're working, we're literally outside of a Starbucks because Chris is inside working. If you have a van or you just want one of these, I'll leave a link to this. It's the Magso screen. I'm hoping it's gonna work. It has some Velcro here that we're gonna attach the tape to, and then take the backing of the tape off, stick it up on the door. It only has the Velcro on the top and sides though, so there might still be able to be room for bugs to get in at the bottom, but it's gonna open magnetically here. Hopefully it's going to allow us to keep our door open at night, because ideally bugs won't be able to get in, but I'm not sure if I fully trust it. I just want to put it up. So one problem I'm having with this is it's too big, and mostly because this is here. So I'm gonna have to make this pretty tight on this side. And over here I had to double it back over itself. So it works, but this size is just slightly too big. It's not bad actually at all. All right. Van's mostly clean and got that up, which is a big benefit. Hopefully it works for bugs and we can keep our doors open. Time to get back to work. Fun of my life in the city. We did it.
You did it.
It's too big, so, but it works. I was so worried because I was like, oh, it's crooked, and then just like 2 minutes ago, I was like, I'm dumb. I was like, oh, I gotta move the tape thing, and I was like, no, I could just move the Velcro parts of it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a run right now. I just feel bleh. Which, ironically, the solution is normally a run or exercise. But I have to do 4 miles at my 10K to half marathon pace. And it's 90 degrees out. It's like 7,000 plus elevation here. So I know I'm just gonna feel slow and tired, and I already feel tired. But the Chicago Marathon is in 3 months, and I have to start training. So this is week 1. I really don't want to. The rule is, and this has been my rule since I started running, I don't have to run if I just walk. I do have to go. That's the deal I make with myself, that I have to get ready and get outside and go. And if I don't want to run still, I don't have to, but I have to get outside and be ready to do it anyway. I'm not going on a run, I'm just getting ready for a run. It's different. I don't even know what my 10K or half marathon pace is. 7,000 feet of elevation. I'm just gonna be so slow, and I don't want to be slow today. Nothing about that run was easy, and it didn't help me feel better. There's some runs where it starts out really crappy, and then you get in a nice groove after a mile or two. I felt like I was fighting for every single step on that run. As much as I hate doing these runs, they end up being the most character building. It will be, you know, mile 23 or 20 when everyone hits the wall, where I remember running 4 miles in Laramie, Wyoming at 7,000 feet when I didn't want to, and honestly keeping a pretty good pace for the conditions. It's one for the log.
I feel like showers on the road are the best. They always feel so good.
We were supposed to hit the road 2 hours ago, but we slept in. Oh, the glamorous part of van life. Definitely windshield wiper fluid on our counter too.
So to take care of that, I made sure to finish up work and actually put it to use. DEF goes in here. Is this the windshield wiper fluid?
Yesterday we were like, yeah, let's leave at like 6 or 7, maybe 7:30 at the latest. It is almost 10 a.m. But it's fine for me because we're just going to Casper to get a little closer to Tetons. And I don't necessarily have anything I want to do in Casper. Oh, hold on. DEF time. It's funny because neither of us are super like into gender roles or like feeling like, oh no, because you're the man you have to do this, or because I'm the woman I have to do this. However, we fall into pretty traditional gender role lines. And obviously there's a lot to say for like cultural upbringing and blah 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 blah. But I just think it's hilarious.
Good to be able to run our diesel. I'm so interesting this morning. In last week's video, we like ran over some rocks and it kicked our spare off of this part down here. I don't have the strength of the earth inside of a rock, so I can't just lift it back up, and then I did try. But on these vans, if you just take this off, you can lower it down. This is how you get the spare off. Now, you just tighten it back up. The only other major project that I wanted to complete before we head over to Tetons tomorrow is our drawers. I bought some stuff at Walmart last night to help keep them closed when we're driving down like perilous roads. Hoping it'll work on the road to Casper. This is why you don't want to spill DEF, because part of that is my skin. Yeah. Where you want to get coffee?
Coffee.
Okay. I'll just go get you like a ground bag in Walmart real fast.
As long as you make it for me.
No. No.
Yeah.
That's not the law.
That's a lot.
It's not the law. The drive into Casper honestly was kind of what I expected from Wyoming. Pretty open and flat, but there were a lot of really cool wildlife that we were able to see. A lot of these windmills too. Stopped over at a rest area and then had a little bit of work once we got into town, and then it was time to fix those drawers.
All right, I gotta let you in on a little secret. Van is like not super good. Like just moving around. Look at how unsquare that is. It was square at one point ish. Now it's just like doesn't even close. I'd probably fix something. That sounds like work. So the good news is, stuff doesn't have to be perfect. It's just gotta work. So I went ahead and grabbed the drill, as well as some bits, because all we gotta basically do is drill some pilot holes, put this in one side, this in the other. And honestly, the reason that we're gonna be using these like gate hooks instead of the other thing that I bought, barrel bolts, those are going to stay pretty put. Whereas these, you can kind of move around a little bit and finesse, and hopefully it'll move with the van a little bit easier than those. It's not going to open more than that, which is good. Keeping the door slide safe. And this is not great, but it's okay.
And with that, we basically just went to another Walmart for the night, and then the next morning took the 4-hour drive over to the Tetons. We did record an outro here, but as you could probably tell, it's super windy. Watch our trip over to the Rockies, over Chris's face right over here, and definitely subscribe for the trip to the Tetons. Literally, while I'm voicing over, I'm looking at the mountains. Can't wait to see you here next week.